The story of black participation in baseball goes long beyond Jackie Robinson and what most considered the breaking of the color barrier in 1947. It's a story that the National Baseball Hall of Fame is sharing at its latest exhibit in Cooperstown, The Souls of the Game.
Black History Month, supported by Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield.
You get a little vibe from it, right? You feel a little aura within there, you know, the way he sat in there, probably after games, maybe, you know, sometimes being, you know, cheered on or not.
Brooklyn resident Rafael Veras is referring to Baseball Hall of Famer Hank Aaron. The home run king is one of many African-American stars celebrated in Cooperstown, and its exhibit, The Souls of the Game, the voices of black baseball.
It's really a deeper look at black baseball history through the voices of the actual participants, the players, the managers, the executives.
The Souls of the Game is the third exhibit at the National Baseball Hall of Fame to highlight the contributions to America's pastime from black baseball players.
We hear from black participants in baseball really from all generations, you know, going back decades all the way up to the current day as well.
Throughout Black History Month, the Hall of Fame have offered special access and individual tours to those visiting the museum.
It's a great exhibit. Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame is a great exhibit. It's very important. We need to keep it going for the history of the game.
A history that will be added to this July with the induction of 3 African-American players, headlined by Yankees ace CC Sabathia.
Though it says America's game, I guess it's all of America, everybody, right? So it includes everyone. So that's to tell you that even within games, even though outside the game it may be divisive a bit, within the game everybody's kind of the same.
This week also concluded 5 days worth of events geared towards school children here in the Southern Tier, hoping to pass the game on to the next generation over the winter recess.